Hello, fellow adventurers. Today we are talking about happiness, and I have 5 tips that you can do every day that will make you feel happier. Number 1, spend time in nature. Do not underestimate the power of nature. No matter what you believe about where humans came from, our origin, whether we evolved, whether we were created, whether it's a combination, or you have some other belief, you cannot deny the fact that human beings are made to be outside and they are made for movement. When we sit inside at our computers all day long, or we spend most of the day doing screen time, or we're in the house because it's cold and dreary outside, that really can bring us down pretty quickly. I recently read a study done by Yale University that highlighted the fact that just 2 hours of a week of spending time in nature can help people to be mentally and physically happier and healthier. Just 2 hours a week. Now that might not seem like very much, but it depends on where you live, right? There are some climates that are just pretty unfriendly. Sometimes people have physical ailments that create difficulties for getting outside. But make it a goal to spend at least 2 hours a week in nature. I do have videos on my channel if you are homebound, so you can always watch those. But that does not replace actually getting out in nature, okay? That's part of being an adventurer. You have to get outside. All right, so the second thing that you're going to do to increase your happiness is movement. Okay, that's another thing. If we sit around all day long, it's so hard for us to be happy because we need to get out and move, okay? Walking is one of the best forms of exercise. Walking does not usually lead to injury. Walking is something anyone can do. So getting out and taking a walk will really help us. And you think about that, if you took a walk for 15 minutes every day of the week, you'd get your 2 hours outside in nature too. So that's something to think about. So think about where you walk and try to make it someplace that has some natural beauty and that you're not walking along a busy road, because that can get a little bit boring. Okay, so third thing that can lead to greater happiness is you have to get enough sleep. We live in a world where running around, being busy all the time is something that some people think is a sign of success. This is false. Do not believe that. It is not a sign of success. A sign of success is living a balanced lifestyle, which means you have time to move, you have time to go out in nature, and you have time to sleep. So make sure that you're making time for yourself to sleep. Personally, I need like 8.5 to 9 hours of sleep a night, and I feel pretty good. That may differ for you, but you're not going to make it on 5 or 6 hours. And if you're living a lifestyle where that's what you're regularly getting is 5 or 6 hours of sleep, you need to stop fooling yourself and get the sleep that your body needs to repair itself. It will lead to greater happiness. Okay, so the fourth thing that's going to make you happy is you cannot overthink the things that you want to do. Let's say you want to open a business and you start thinking, yeah, but if I'm going to open this business, I'm going to have to go down to the county, I'm going to have to get a license, I'm going to have to get insured, I'm going to have to hire some people. It's just so much work, I just don't think I can ever do it. And you give up, right? So you haven't done it. Or maybe you think, I wish I wasn't so lonely. I wish I could go out and meet some people. But if I do that, I'm going to have to get dressed, I'm going to have certain clothes, my body shape isn't what I want before I go out and make new friends and start a new circle. I don't know enough about this or about that. But you know what? If you overthink it, you will never do it. Stop overthinking and do the first thing you need to do. Number 1, if you have a goal, what's the first step? Do that step. After you've done that step, you can think about the second step. If you overthink it, you'll never get it done. Stop overthinking. The 5th thing that you can do to bring greater happiness to your life, and now I'm going to tell you to think ahead just a little bit, not overthink, but think ahead about your nutrition. Think about what you are going to eat each day before you get hungry. Because if you wait until you get to be incredibly hungry, you'll eat anything. So that means you might eat chocolate, which is a good thing in moderation. Or you might want pizza, or maybe you have a craving for hamburgers, and that's all you want to eat because you are so hungry. But if you think ahead just a little bit, and I don't mean that you have to grow all your own food and that kind of thing. If you can, that's awesome. Definitely do it. But if not, you can just go to the grocery store, look at some things that are healthier than what you're currently eating, right? As long as you're improving, then that's a good thing. So remember those 5 things, okay? You've got to be out in nature. You got to do some movement. You got to get enough sleep. Stop overthinking those goals and get to it. And then the last one is think ahead about taking care of your body with nutrition. Use these 5 tips, and I can tell you that you will see your level of satisfaction increase because you will have a sense of well-being from the inside. Good luck.